Welcome back to another edition of Reality Check, your weekly deep dive into all things unscripted television. This week we are concentrating on The Voice. I'm here with Season 6 American Idol standout Melinda Doolittle. New single in stores now. Melinda.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to have a new single out. I'm excited that the battle rounds are done so that I don't have to keep being angry at the judges, all of that.
The final battles start right now.
Who did you love this week in the final set of Season 5 battle rounds?
I loved Will.
Big thank you to Will Champlin, everybody. Yes. Hold on, we got a steal.
I didn't completely understand why he didn't win his battle. I mean, I get it, but to me, Will was better. The range of his voice, everything, like he took chances, but not dumb chances. Like he took chances that he could actually execute. And
that has to be qualified. Taking a chance is not always a good thing.
It's not always great.
As we know, I was not a huge fan in the blinds. I'm coming around a little bit. He's got a huge range. I think I might have liked James slightly better. I don't think he was as technically perfect, but I liked the rawness of the vocal. I kind of like the little stylized way he phrases songs.
Shaving up and checking out on a prison bus.
There's something interesting about it, and I liked that the mentors were like,
when vibrato's overused, it paints everything with the same color.
Because in rehearsal, it was sort of like, oh, it was about as contrived as his whole Genius Bar outfit.
And checking out on a prison bus.
I like him. I just feel like with that kind of tone and that kind of power that he has, because to me, he had more power than Will, he just didn't control it as well as I would have expected.
And I think that's exactly why I gave it to James, because on a rock song like that, I kind of want to see that loss of control a little bit.
Even if loss of control means loss of pitch? I mean, I'm just asking. It's just a random question.
Just throwing it out there. I'm glad both of them are moving on. The interesting thing about Season 5 is I don't think that there's a full-fledged frontrunner at this point. There are probably a dozen contestants who have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
That's
which
true.
I love. The show doesn't seem to be pushing any individual singer, Cassidy Pope, Danielle Bradbury, as hard. And there's still plenty of time for them to pick their golden child and push them all the way to the win. But I like this kind of season where I feel like maybe any one of a dozen, maybe even 15 people have a shot at this thing.
I can't wait for the knockout rounds because I want to hear people sing individually and see what their choices for themselves would be.
Yeah.
That's really what separates people from me, is hearing their own choice. Because, Lord, if Blake picks one of those cheesy songs again and makes them sing it, it's just not okay. I'm cold and I am ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Oh, that's why nobody shows year round.
I was thinking the same thing about CeeLo. I don't want to hear Against All Odds or Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
CeeLo and Blake.
Don't want to hear it.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
I don't think these two contestants are as buzzy as Will and James, but I think Olivia and Stephanie Ann are two to watch. I think I enjoyed Dunn as much as any battle round this week. And maybe it's because Christina said Sassmaster before they went on.
Sassmaster. I like it.
I might have been hypnotized by it, but I loved what they did. Olivia gave us hairography. Stephanie, who is not in the country wheelhouse in any way, shape, or form, was like,
if you give me any style, rock, soul, country, folk, I would be able to do it.
Bring it on. Like, if you want me to try a country song, fine, I'll do it.
And when she was like, la-ti-da. Yes, Miss Stephanie. They put a lot of their own personality into it.
Yes.
They made me have fun. I don't care if you had fun on stage, which a lot of contestants are like, well, I had a lot of fun. I don't care about that, but I had fun at home watching them, and I'd like more of that, please. Thank you.
I'm actually going to give the edge to Stephanie, and just hear me out on why, because Olivia is amazing. Loved her voice. I just feel like Stephanie overcame a lot to make that happen. I I know Christina was like, this song kind of reminds me of Aretha's Think. And I'm like, you're trying to make this okay.
You better think about what you tried, right?
Yeah.
It's totally that, but like country style.
But actually, at the end of the day, Aretha's Think at least had a melody that worked for a soul vocal, and Stephanie Ann still made it work. And then got a little upset with the voice because they did the same thing. There was no suspense. There were 2 places left. There were 2 people left. And they were like, will a judge use a steal?
Who is CeeLo waiting to steal?
Whoa! I got a steal!
It was just one of those things where I was like, you ruined it for me again.
Stephanie Ann Johnson is available to steal.
I also love, I'm going to just put it out there, I love every time Christina sings in rehearsal. And I know
Makes
it's
me happy.
showboaty, and I know it's
No,
like,
it's not.
look how good I am, but she is good, and I enjoy listening to it.
I don't find it showboaty. I find it helpful. Like, she kind of gives them an idea, like the feeling of the song, all of that. And I understood about the feel of the song, how it was like Think, but I mean, if you just think melody-wise, like they're just, it's 2 different things. I've tried to sing country before. We've had Country Week on American Idol. It's not easy.
You know,
It's
Mama
not
always
easy to
told me
make
that
it
I
your
should play
own.
nice. That's got a little you better think. Mama.
I mean, okay. Keep trying. Keep trying.
I think a few of my other favorites this week were people that lost their battles. I loved Juhi. I don't necessarily know I love that Gavin DeGraw song all that much, but I loved her on it.
Built Antarctica, safe in Africa. I failed algebra, I'll miss you sometime.
I loved that her voice is kind of like water. It can fit into any crevice or space.
Nice.
It squeaks,
Yeah.
it shreds, it growls, it can be clear. It's just
yeah.
great, and she's so energetic and fun.
Hey Carolina, hey Oklahoma, I think I love you, don't even know you.
George was fine. He sounded good, but I thought Juhi totally dominated, and then CeeLo is like,
I want to commend, and support someone who wants to solely do this.
Juhi is still interested in academics, so I'm getting rid of her. And it was like,
I don't even, like,
How?
I didn't get it except for thinking that CeeLo was like, I know somebody's gonna steal Juhi, so let me give George another chance.
I thought I lost. Performance-wise, Juhi killed it.
Not a smart play on your part, just because like somebody else's team now has Juhi.
She's super young, so potential.
the other losing contestant this week who I loved, and I think you will agree with me, and did not get the steal, and so I'm very angry, is Matt Szymanski.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Matt Szymanski. And his time on The Voice comes to an end.
I'm so upset about Matt Szymanski.
It's not
right
just
now.
me, right?
No. His tone.
And I feel something so right.
Nothing against James. Is that the other guy's name?
It is.
My
Nothing,
bad.
nothing against the guy's name I don't remember.
Nothing against
He won't
the
take
other
that
dude.
personally.
Sorry, James.
Lately I've been losing sleep.
No, James was
did a-
good. James was
He did a good job. Matt's tone just trumped it for me. Not only did he not win, but nobody stole him. Come to Nashville and sing a duet with me, Matt, please.
The steals weren't used prudently, as we discussed last week, but really, I thought Matt might have been the most shocking one of all, because I thought legitimately he had a shot to win this thing.
Getting the chance to work with Adam was awesome. The advice that he gave me, I'm going to take forward and, keep going with my career.
I do have one other bone to pick with The Voice this week, and that is the fact that they only showed 3 of Blake's battle rounds, which meant we got to see less of Cher than any of the other guest mentors. And Cher, how good was Cher?
Really try to start a little bit slower so that when it all comes out, that it's more of a whoa.
I knew Cher would be entertaining. I knew Cher would be fabulous. I knew Cher would give us at least 2 different wigs. That was not in doubt. But I didn't realize that she would give such pointed feedback to all of the contestants.
I was like going right under, and he said, Cher, just clench your fist when you go to hit that note. And I did, and it worked.
She was listening, paying attention to each contestant and giving them specific actionable feedback. Like, what more could you ever ask for?
I need her to mentor on pretty much every reality singing competition there is.
If Adam or Blake needs to take a season off, and I'm assuming at some point during the life cycle of The Voice, one of them is gonna be like, I need a season off. Cher is the obvious person to put in that seat.
Let it be Cher.
She's got that little bit of edge to her humor where she could really, like, I'd love to see her in Adam's chair zinging Blake. Like, that would be hilarious and great.
Balls to the wall.
We can accept
Right.
I'm Haley Steinfeld, and you're watching ENTV. Hi, my name is Kiernan Shipka, and you're watching ENTV.
Aubrey Plaza, ENTV. I just touched it with my mouth, sorry.